Hi everyone, welcome to Online Piano Learning. My name is Sarah and today we are talking about chord basics. Chords are a very popular topic when it comes to music theory because we can do so much with them. Some popular music uses just 4 chords for the entire song. Understanding chords, how they're built, and how they sound is very important when you're playing or creating music. Let's start by talking about triads. Triads are when we have a chord with 3 different notes. We have 3 notes that are stacked up on top of each other like this. These are 2 skips in a row. The bottom note is called the root of the chord, the middle note is called the third of the chord, and the top note is called the fifth of the chord. So C major is a chord that starts on C, so C is the root. The third is E because it is a third away from C. So we went from C, D to E. And then the fifth is G because we went a fifth from C. So C, D, E, F, G. That's an example of a major triad. Today we will be talking about major, minor, diminished, and augmented triads. First things first, let's talk about how to build a major triad. Now, how do you know if there's any sharps or flats? In order to figure out which particular notes will be in the chord, you have to know the key of the bottom note. For example, in C major, we have 0 sharps and 0 flats. That's how we know the next note will be E and G. And of course, because we're skipping over one letter name in between each note. So from C to E, we skip over D, and E to G, we skip over F. Now let's do the same thing starting on D. D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. In order to figure out what the D major triad is, we're going to have to start on D, the root, go up a third to some kind of F, and go up again to some kind of A. What kind of F and what kind of A? Well, we have to take a look at the key of D major. If I play you a D major scale, you're going to see that there's an F sharp. That means that in our D major scale, there is an F sharp. Now, let's talk about minor triads. Minor triads have a different sound than major triads. You could probably tell that major triads sound more happy, whereas minor triads sound more sad. Let's go back to our C major triad and see how we can make this a C minor triad. We're going to have to take the middle note, so the third of the triad, and lower it by a half step or semitone. If we do this, then we end up with an E flat. So let's play the C minor triad. Here's the difference between a C major and a C minor triad. Now let's take a look at the next example we did, which was a D major triad. Again, we're going to take the middle note, which is an F sharp, and we're going to lower it, so now it's an F natural. Here is our D minor triad, D, F, and A. Well, that's it. That's all you have to do to find your minor triad. Now let's take a look at the third type of triad that we're going to learn today, and that is the diminished triad. Going from a major triad, we had to lower the third of the triad in order to make it a minor triad. Now, if we take our minor triad and we lower the fifth of the minor triad, then we get a diminished triad. So if you're going from a major triad, you have to lower both the third and the fifth to get a diminished triad. Diminished triads sound more like a scary chord rather than happy or sad. In our C major triad, in order to get a C diminished triad, we had to lower the third of the chord and the fifth of the chord. The third of the chord becomes E flat, like in the minor triad, and the top note, also known as the fifth of the triad, when we lower it, becomes a G flat. Let's do the same thing with our D major chord. So we found our D major chord and our D minor chord, and now we're going to find our diminished chord. So what we have to do is take the top note that we didn't lower in our minor triad. So in our minor triad, we had D, F, and A. Now we're going to take the fifth of the triad, which is an A, we're going to lower it to an A flat. Now that we figured out our major, minor, and diminished triads, let's add one more. The final triad I will be talking about today is the augmented triad. The augmented triad is bigger than a major triad. Instead of lowering the third or lowering the fifth, we're going to take the major triad and we are going to raise the fifth. In our C major chord, if we raise the fifth, we get a G sharp. In our D major triad, if we raise the fifth, then we get A sharp. Both the diminished and augmented triads sound dissonant, which means that it sounds like two or more notes are clashing. In the augmented triad, you hear the top note that wants to be resolved back down to the G, which is the correct note in a C major triad. And the bottom of it still sounds major, so if you play it without the top note, it still sounds like you're about to play a major triad. That's how you can differentiate between the two when you hear it. Let's compare the size of a major, minor, diminished, and augmented triad. Starting with a major triad, the bottom of the triad is a major third, also known as 4 half steps. And on top of that, we have a minor third, also known as 3 half steps or semitones. Now let's talk about the minor triad. So in the minor triad, we lower the middle note, so we switched those two distances. The bottom interval is a minor third, which is 3 half steps or semitones, and the top interval is a major third, which is 4 half steps or semitones. Now for the diminished triad, both of them are minor thirds, which means that if you start on the bottom note, you go up 3 half steps, then you go up 3 half steps again, then you end up with your triad. Now let's talk about the augmented. So this one is 4 half steps on the bottom because it's a major third, and on top it's another major third. So another 4 half steps. So those are a couple ways that can help you understand major, minor, diminished, and augmented triads. Now, finally, let's talk about how major, minor, and diminished triads occur naturally in a scale. In a major scale, such as C major, if we build a triad on every single note, then we will find out that there are some major and some minor triads and one diminished. For example, in C major, the chord starting on the first note, C, the fourth note, F, and the fifth note, G, are all major triads. In between, we have the chord starting on the second note, which is minor, the third note, which is minor, the sixth note, which is minor, and the seventh note is diminished. Now the same thing applies for every single major scale. So let's do the same thing quickly in D major. In D major, the 1 chord, D major, the 4 chord, G major, and the 5 chord, A major, are major. Then the minor chords are starting on the second note, E minor, the third note, F sharp minor, the sixth note, B minor, and the seventh note is the only diminished triad. Because of the different key signatures, the intervals work out to being exactly the same. This is important to understand because it shows you how these chords appear in different keys. Understanding where the major, minor, and diminished triads are in each key is crucial to understanding basic harmony. Once you know what each individual chord sounds like, then you can start combining them into chord progressions, which is the fun part. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to learn more about chords, chord progressions, and other harmony-related topics. I will definitely be making more videos about these topics sometime soon. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss those new harmony videos, and I'll see you in the next video.